Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's review I'm going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Voyager class blaster and Minicon Eject. Let me know what you think of both of these figures in the comment section down below. Are they a pickup or a pass? Let's now take a look at the figure's packaging. So here we have the packaging. Starting at the very front, we have Transformers going down the side of the box, and 86 and 25 done in blue. There is 86 and 25 written on the packaging because this is the 25th figure, a part of the Studio Series 86 subline. We do have Studio Series in black and Autobot Blaster and Eject in white next to a white Autobot symbol. We also do have a really cool artwork image of Blaster and Eject in their robot modes next to an open window displaying the figure and the packaging, and at the top corner we do have the Transformers the movie logo with another one present at the top of the box. Now moving to the side of the packaging, we do have 86 and 25 again done in blue at the top, and Studio Series in black going down the side, and at the bottom we do have Voyager class written in several different languages, and at the center we do have a focused image on Blaster and Eject's head and chest. Now moving to the back of the box, Blaster transforms in 20 steps, Eject transforms in 8. There is a prog shot showing off Blaster's robot mode, showing off how you can store Eject in his chest, and another one in his Boombox mode. There is also a prog shot of Eject in his robot mode, his cassette mode, and one final one of Blaster displayed with the included backdrop. There is also a brief description or bio written in several different languages, which I'll read for you right now. So it does say, Blaster broadcasts an SOS transmission calling for Autobot reinforcements. And as for the final side of the packaging, we do have a really cool image of Blaster and Eject running into battle. And that is pretty much it for the packaging. So let's now take a look at the included backdrop. So here we have the included backdrop. This is the Decepticon Shuttle ambush backdrop. Let's quickly take a look at the details. Starting at the far right panel, we do have Transformers going down the side and 86 at the top. At the center, we do have a really cool artwork image of Autobot City under attack, as well as a plaque below where you can display a Blaster in either his robot or alt mode, and the Transformers the movie logo there as well. And at the far left panel, we do have 86 and 25 and Studio Series going down the side. Starting off with the Minicon Eject, here we have him in his robot mode. Let's take a look at the details. Starting at the very top, with that head sculpt, we have some white for the helmet section, some yellow for the eyes. I do like the bright creamy blue for the shoulder and chest, as well as some small yellow gold paint apps, and a classic Autobot symbol at the stomach done in red with some really nice muscle ab detailing sculpted in. The majority of the form is mostly done in a bright white color, but I do like the attention to detail of how Hasbro sculpted in all the fingers for the hand. That's a really nice added touch. The lower portion of the figure is mostly done that same blue color, as well as some light gray for the top of the legs. Taking a look at the back of the figure, as you can see, there are some open gaps here and at the back of the legs, but that is mostly due to transformation, and you do have to realize this is really just an added bonus for the Blaster figure. The majority of the budget is going towards Blaster, and considering this Minicon's size, it really doesn't bother me that much. But now for articulation, the head can look up and down, tilt side to side, look left and right. The arms can move forward, back, out to the side and in. There is an elbow bend and a bicep rotation. If we do move the arms out of the way, unfortunately there is nothing with the waist, but the legs can kick forward, back out to the side and in, and there is a rotation at the top of the knee, as well as a knee bend to a very good degree. Now for transformation, it's a very straightforward process. You're just going to rotate the head all the way around and tuck it inside this cavity at the back of the figure. You can then use the bicep rotation and rotate the arm and hand in until it soft clicks into place like so. You're going to use the ball joint at the top of the knee, and that will just fold up into place as well. Do the same thing with the other leg. That's just going to fold up into place. And there we have Eject in his cassette alt mode. As you can see, most of the details from the robot mode do get carried over into this mode, so I'm not going to spend too much time on the cassette, but it can be stored in the cassette tape deck in both Blaster's robot and Boombox alt mode. Moving on to Blaster, here we have him in his robot mode. Let's take a look at the details, starting at the very top. With the head sculpt, we have some white for the face, some glossy red for the helmet section, and some white for the forehead, as well as some metallic blue for the eyes. Moving to the chest, we do have the cassette tape deck done in a really nice bright yellow, as well as some black and gray, and a classic Autobot symbol done in a red. Speaking of red, moving to the arms, they're mostly done out of that glossy red and gray color, and interesting enough, we do have a mismatched hand design. So one is more of a closed fist and one is more of a pointer finger, and you might be wondering, why did Hasbro decide to do that? Well, the reason why they did that is so Blaster can push this button near his chest and release his Minicon Eject, which I think is a very fun feature. Moving to the lower portion of the figure, we do have some really nice speaker detailing at the front of the legs, done in a really nice creamy glossy black. And taking a look at the back of the figure, this has to be one of the cleanest, most compact backs I've seen in a very long time. This is very impressive. There's no extra panels or kibble. The majority of the back is really well filled in. I think this should be a new standard set for most figures released by Hasbro. And now for articulation, I would advise to move this butt panel up. You don't have to, but it does allow you to get the full range of motion out of the legs. Turning to the front of the figure, the head can look up and down, tilt side to side to look left and right. The arms can move forward, back, out to the side and in. There is a bicep rotation and elbow bend. There is unfortunately nothing out of the hand. There is a waist rotation all the way around. The legs can kick forward and back, out to the side and in. There is rotation at the top of the leg, a knee bend, and an ankle pivot to a very good degree. And that is it for articulation. As for accessories, he does include one glossy black blaster, which is blaster piece compatible and can be held in the figure's hand. Starting our robot mode comparisons, here we have the Studio Series 86 Blaster and Eject next to the Legacy Blaster and Eject. Let me know in the comments which version of these characters do you prefer, the ones with transparent plastic or the ones without. Next up, here we have the Studio Series 86 Blaster alongside his Boombox Nemesis, Netflix Soundwave. So now that we have an updated Blaster figure and a new Leader Class Soundwave on the horizon, let me know in the comments what you would like to see improved from the Netflix release. Last but not least, here we have the Studio Series 86 Blaster next to the Studio Series 86 Brawn. Let me know in the comments what figure you would like to see next a part of this subline. Now for transformation, make sure you remove all the accessories from the figure and put them off to the side. Then what you're going to want to do is grab the foot, fold it in, do the same step with the other one, fold it in, grab the speaker piece, rotate this around, go to the other leg, do the same step and process. You can then grab the hand and you're just going to hinge this up until it folds to the outside of the forearm. Do the same thing with the other hand, fold it up until it's on the outside of the forearm. You're going to use the bicep rotation and rotate the arm all the way around until the hand is on the inside. Do the same thing with the other one. rotate at the bicep, and then just move the arms out to allow enough clearance to rotate at the waist. You're going to grab this butt panel, fold this up, and then you can untab the forearm from the bicep, and you're just going to fold the arm up. Do the same step and process with the other one. Untab the forearm, fold it up. We can go to the top of the figure. You're going to open up this back panel compartment. You can tuck the head inside and close that up. Let's now focus on the legs. You're going to open up these red panels at what used to be the back of the leg, so you can fold up this inner panel as well, and then you can rotate at the top of the leg. Repeat the same step and process with the other leg. Fold that panel out, fold out the secondary panel, rotate at the top of the leg. Now you're going to use these tabs that are on the outsides of the legs, and there are slots on the insides of the arms, and that's just going to line up and tab into place. Do the same thing with this side, just line those up, and there is this huge open gap that the hand is going to get tucked inside, so just fold that up, and that will just tab into place. Do the same thing with this side, fold this up, and then tab into place. As you can see, there is two tabs here and slots on the inside of this panel that's just going to fold down and tab into place. We can go to the back, grab these panels, untab them. How they were tabbed into place is there is a post here, and there is a corresponding port. You're going to fold it up, bring that forward. Same with the other one, untab that, bring that forward. There is a tab on this side and a corresponding slot, so both halves will just join together to form the handle for the Boombox mode. And that is it for transformation. So here we have Blaster in his Boombox mode. Let's take a look at the details. Starting at the very front, we do have a handle at the top, done in light and dark gray, as well as some speakers in the left and right corners, with some more on the sides. The cassette tape deck is done in a nice bright yellow with a classic Autobot symbol done in red, and the button done in light gray with some volume knobs spread out here and there. Moving to the back, as you can see, it is quite clean and compact. As for accessory storage, you can store the rifle in two different ways. The first way being using this tab right here and a slot on the inside of the handle on the rifle, which will just tab into place like so. And the second way, you're going to want to use one of the many MechTech ports on the back, and still using the handle on the weapon, you can just plug this into place like so, which will then create the antenna for the boombox. Starting our alt mode comparisons, here we have both our classic boombox bots, that being the Studio Series 86 Blaster and Netflix Soundwave. Last but not least, here we have all the iterations of the Blaster mold released so far, that being the Studio Series 86 Blaster, the Legacy Evolution Twincast, the Legacy Blaster, and the Shattered Glass Blaster. What is your favorite version of this mold so far? Let me know in the comments. Now for my final thoughts on the Transformers Studio Series 8625 Voyager Class Blaster and Minicon Eject. Keep in mind this set is available exclusively at Target, starting off with the Minicon Eject, which is the same mold as the previous iterations of the character, but with the transparent plastic removed and painted in his G1 accurate color scheme. Eject is highly posable considering his scale, and transforms into his cassette mode in 8 steps, which can be stored inside Blaster's chest in both the robot and boombox mode. Moving on to the Voyager class Blaster, starting in his robot mode. Just like Eject, Blaster is the same mold as the previous versions of the character, only this time around has no transparent plastic and painted in his G1 accurate color scheme. The figure's profile is streamlined and compact and has a great range of posability. Accessory-wise, the figure includes one glossy black rifle which is Blaster piece compatible. Blaster's transformation is a perfect example of a fiddle figure, which means you can easily convert the figure back and forth. Blaster's boombox has a vintage and cartoony design with bright colors, a handle, volume knobs, as well as a play and pause button. Also, the included rifle can be attached onto the back to act as an antenna. What do you think of this figure? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you next time.